Hello, this is Dave Kendall from the American version of MTV's 120 Minutes. And I'm talking to you from right outside the Ritz in Midtown, New York City. Killing Joke are on tour with Frontline Assembly. Let's go ask Killing Joke all about their 8th album, Extremities, Dirt, and various repressed emotions.
Good evening! Money is not a god!
Killing Joke concerts are like a sanctuary. It doesn't matter what country you come from. When you come to a Killing Joke concert, we use that space there for a certain level of consciousness. A lot of people come to Killing Joke for reasons other than seeing music as a pleasure principle. They come to release something out of their systems. They come for comfort. I mean, if you could see the London gig we played 10 days ago, it was, in fact, all the concerts in England, and people were frightened. There was no way you could deny it. People were frightened. Is it going to escalate? You can hear their unconscious speaking to you. Is it going to go over the top? Is it jazz? Is there going to be a world war? Where's it going from here, jazz? You can. I mean, they're saying this to me. After I finish a Killing Joke concert, I have to shower. I have to meditate. Otherwise, I go mad with the sort of the projections from people's unconscious. On March the 17th, not only is it Ramadan in the Arab world, which unites the entire Arab world, but it's also the day when the Soviet Union votes on whether it should stay together or break up into a lot of separate countries. No, I see everything change. I think that things could go more towards the right in the Soviet Union, and if that happens, yeah, I'd bet money on the fact that there'll be a U-turn in foreign policy, which means we're back to the good old Cold War days.
I can't survive the rat race, honey. Time is money, and money is honey. My neighbor, but your symmetrical beauty. Together we can serve that nation, yeah. The quality of life film is all we try.
We're receptive to the changes that are going on around about us, and we're trying to capture that intensity. We gauge the feeling in our lives and the people around us, and the uncertainties and the anxieties about the future, and we use Killing Joke as a medium to express this level of intensity. And that's why Killing Joke, I think, is going to be very, very important this decade. I've read Revelation of St. John and the Conflagration in the Quran and various other books, and of course it's one of my favourite subjects. It's my bedtime story reading, you know. I've got my own views on what's going to happen. I think there's going to be a conflict. I don't know in what form. And they all talk about fire. They all talk about destruction of the world by fire. Now, whether that comes from a thermonuclear blast or the ozone layer depletion and the sun burning everything up, or volcanic activity, I don't know. But I certainly think the events that have taken place are a little bit too biblical for my liking.
Pray to the predator, my eyes were falling down.
Now there's a very definite shift on your new album, Extremities Down, Various Repressed Emotions. From the last one, which wasn't actually released in America, Outside the Gate. Why did you move from those more serene and overtly spiritual landscapes to back to the kind of thrashing abyss?
Because of what we've just all been through. I mean, not just not myself, but everybody. We went through 3 years of torment when basically we had no contract. We were in litigation. We couldn't bring out a record. We couldn't do anything. All avenues of income were cut off. And it was a very, very difficult time for just everybody in the band, and a lot of people in the industry, especially the music industry, were really rubbing their hands in with glee, thinking, this is the end of them. And we have a lot of good friends in the business. We've got a lot of enemies too, you know, and we were determined because we knew the value of the music that we write. We knew that the significance of that in context to the changes that were going to take place, that are taking place, and we held on to that. We went through hell, I won't deny it, and we were confronted with a lot of reality. We were confronted with I mean, for example, I'm quite blatant about it, our managers who managed us for 10 years were also our record company and our publishers. They cross-collateralised us to Kingdom Come. They cut every avenue of income off us, and right down to the extent where they were finding out whether the property I lived in was in my name or not, so that they could freeze all assets. So it got really nasty when you're looking at like sort of 50 pence in your pocket, and you know, you've got to feed. It got really low and nasty, and these are sort of people who are sort of multi-millionaires. I mean, why do they do this after you've known them for 10 years?
Like a brand new car. Will you swap your white light for a clear blue sky? Will you cash in all your shares for God's clean air?
We've been at war. You know, the world's at war now. Killing Joke have been at war for the last 2.5, 3 years, just to survive. And it seems perfectly natural when we arrive at the airport in England and there's tanks and soldiers and the police have got machine guns that God forbid they ever have to use, because you know they don't know what they're doing with these things. But we've been at war. It just seems perfectly natural when the tour bus pulls up at the airport and there's tanks and soldiers, like, oh, okay, you know, phase 2.
It really disturbed me releasing the album actually in certain territories, we'll say, because having seen some of the people that come to Killing Joke concerts, there is an element, there's a small percentage, that they're quite gullible people and take things literally. Now, when you're saying a line like,
You just treat me like a commodity. You don't know I couldn't afford to feed my family. I just want to kill. I just want to take a gun and put it to your head and pull the trigger.
there could be somebody out there who takes it literally like that, although I meant it literally when I said it. So I put I put an afterthought on when we say, you are an inspiration to me, you are my inspiration of how not to be, you are my inspiration to achieve a simpler, better way of life. So it is retrospect, and we're quite clear about that.
Money's not our God. Money's not our God.
This is the new streamlined, business-wise, dangerous Killing Joke.
Money is not our God.